crucial to not be ignored. 30 points. The Fever win 110-109. Now, with her 35 points, Caitlin Clark broke Simone Augustus' rookie scoring record on a night where the Fever scored 110 points in their win, which ties a franchise record. And Indy has now won 20 games, their most in a season since 2015. With one more win, though, they would have their most since 2012.
But Caitlin Clark is overrated, by the way. She's not actually that good, and she's not going to be able to actually play good in the WNBA, and it's going to take her years, and she's only popular because of how she looks and nothing to do with anything else. By the way, that's sarcasm. I know a lot of people don't know sarcasm.
Welcome to WNBA Today. The party is already starting with the W based off of the weekend. Hall of Famer Rebecca Lobo. I'm Chiney Ogwumike in for Malika Andrews. Now, Rebecca, Caitlin has dominated since the All-Star break. What's been the biggest change in her game that you've noticed?
Chiney, it took her about a month to figure things out, but since about the end of June, she's been playing like a top 5 player in the league. She's been regularly dishing out double-digit assists in that time frame. Teams can no longer blitz her and trap her. The game has slowed down for her, even though...
Man, they can't even get the audio right.
It looks like we may have lost Rebecca Lobo for a moment as we're trying to effort her sound. But let's bring in my big bro, Kendrick Perkins, because I know you've been tuned in to all of these amazing games. Hey, Perk, what have you enjoyed so far from Caitlin Clark's season, especially as she continues to make history?
Well, look, right now she's very comfortable, very, very comfortable. And you know what that is? Kudos to her, because that means not only has she been putting in the work behind the scenes, but that means she's been a student of the game and in the film room. When you're at that position, the point guard position, and you're leading the charge, you have to figure things out. But all I was hearing was, oh, it's going to be an adjustment for Caitlin Clark. She's going to have to get used to the physicality. People are going to be going at her. And they tried it, and it didn't work. Here she is right now breaking all kind of records. Here she is right now leading her team into the postseason. Here she is right now standing on business. If I had to evaluate her season right now and give a fair evaluation, I would say she has lived up to expectations, right? I'm looking at her the way I look at LeBron James, right? For us, just in the women's side of things, and the hype that she had, the expectations she had to live up to, packing out arenas on a day-to-day basis. A lot of people out there waiting to see her fail, and still keeping her composure as a rookie and leading this team has been a beautiful thing to see.
It has.
Okay, let's talk about this, because there's a few things that I really, really want to emphasize. And I want to make sure I hit them all, okay? First off, she's been playing as like a top 1 or 2 player, not just top 5. Let's be real here. I've already gone through the numbers. I'm not going to keep doing it. But she is responsible for more offensive production than any other player in the WNBA. And it's not particularly close. When you look at all the points that she has scored and the assists off those points that also then led to other passing that led to free throws and any other ways, she is responsible for more total offensive production than any other player in the WNBA right now. And that's not including that. It's not like she's this big defensive liability or she gets no rebounds. She's averaging 5+ rebounds. So it's not like she just doesn't do anything else, right? It's not like she's just a pure scorer or only passes. She does other things as well. I know it's hard to understand. And her points would be even higher if her team was a little bit better. And her assists would be higher if her team was a little bit better, right? So it's just no doubt what she has been able to do. And no, she has not reached expectations. She has massively exceeded them. Think about this right now. Think of everything that Caitlin Clark has been able to do. Smash the record for assists, right? Be top 3 of all time in most threes made in a single season, right? Points records, triple-double records. I mean, just everything she's doing has been absolutely insane. I don't even have time to go through all the records and all of her achievements that she's had. And think about this right now. This is going to really kind of just be like a crazy moment. This is technically the worst she's ever going to be in the WNBA. Outside of maybe like her final year when she's like an old lady and, on the brink of retiring. But this is the worst she's going to be in the WNBA. She's only going to continue to get better for the next 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She's going to continue. That's what happens in basketball. You continue to get better and better and better and better. That's how basketball works. It's not kind of like a football running back or a wide receiver where you like are pretty much like your prime or as good as it's going to get really early on in the season. It takes years. And she's already one of the greatest WNBA basketball players of all time. I understand you need to do it longer for it to truly be that, but her high is already higher than the vast majority. Her peak that she's had right now, her rookie season, is already better than majority of the women who have ever played in the WNBA. That is insane. We have to think about that for a second. She's already, right now, if she just stayed as she is right now, and if she just maintained that, which there's no reason to believe that she's not going to, she is already one of the greatest WNBA players to ever play. And this is the worst she's going to be in the WNBA. That is insane for multiple reasons. Because also, right now, this is the peak of people trying their best for her to fail. The media, opposing fans, other WNBA players, they're eventually not going to be able to do it. They're going to run out of gas. They're not going to be able to just have the next 5-10 years trying to see Caitlin Clark fail. It won't work. It's unsustainable. So this will probably be the peak hysteria because this is the weakest that she is. She's going to only get better and better and better, and they're not going to be able to debate who would you rather have. Once upon a time when LeBron James was really young and he just first entered the league, they were able to have these conversations. Who would you rather have, LeBron James or Dwayne Wade or whoever? And then obviously LeBron became the king. I'm not saying he's the GOAT or getting in that conversation at all, so please don't get too hung up on that. But LeBron James is obviously one of the greatest basketball players to ever do it. That's not up for debate. And when he was real young and he wasn't winning all the rings and everyone wanted to blame him and hate on him and all that, he reached a certain point where you're just a delusional basketball fan if you think that you're not going to say that LeBron James is an all-time great. It would be delusional to say that for the vast majority of his career, you're going to pick LeBron James. You just are. I understand he might not have the same cutthroat instinct as, say, like a Kobe or an MJ, but let's be real here. Let's be sane. He is one of the greatest basketball players of all time, and they could not stop it. It was undeniable. It made fun conversation to have people still debate it, but most of the debates around LeBron weren't with other players. They were never like, who's the best player in the league? Is it LeBron or so-and-so? It was, who's the GOAT, LeBron or MJ? And that's a valid debate, but there was no one else close to him for a big chunk of the season, for his career in the NBA. And then, of course, the game evolved, and then you could make the argument, would you rather have Steph? Would you rather have LeBron? But that's a different story. And I want to keep this on Caitlin Clark. The point that I'm trying to drive home is that this is technically the messiest that this picture around Caitlin Clark and her perception is going to be. It just is. Because it's going to only get clearer and clearer, more defined when she continues to smash records, when she continues to be on historic paces, when she continues to rack up triple doubles, 3 points, 15, 16, 18, 20, 25 assist games, just insane stuff. She's doing it as a rookie. She's going to be the all-time 3-point leader, both career and single. She's going to be the all-time assist leader, both career and single season. What it's going to be is going to be like what Steph Curry did with his 3 points. He's just going to keep breaking his single season records. And then you're going to see, if you ever look it up, top threes in a single season, for, literally, Steph Curry has I forget the exact number, but it's out of the top 10, he has 7 spots or something outrageous. And he just, him and LeBron for that most part, they break their own records. Caitlin Clark is going to own every single record there is in the WNBA, minus maybe rebounds. Well, she's a small woman. It's just she's a guard. That's what's going to happen. We can give her the benefit of the doubt for that one. She's going to win rings. She's going to win MVPs. And she's going to be absolutely dominant. Absolutely dominant. And they're going to fight that. They are going to fight that, and they're not going to like that. And there will be plenty of hate. But it's going to be more defined. It's not going to be as cloudy. It's going to be clear you're just a hater. You could technically make the argument at the beginning of the season that there was maybe some truth, a kernel of truth, of what some of these people were saying who were just anti-Caitlin Clark. We combated it, we fought it, and understandably so, but technically there was some kernels of truth. She just started playing. It was like the first 5, 6, 7, 8 games, whatever it may be. There will be no kernel of truth when people try to deny Caitlin Clark's next level transcendent greatness. It already is there now. It really is. It's already there now. And just think about it. It's only going to get bigger and larger. Her phenomenon will only continue to get larger and bigger. And it's awesome to see. And I disagree with what Perk is saying about LeBron James. I understand the comparison. And I know it's not an equal comparison, so I'll forgive that. But Caitlin Clark had significantly way more on her shoulders. Yes, there were plenty of people rooting for LeBron James to fail. And they were rooting for him to succeed. But he was not carrying the weight of the entire league. There was already Kobe, Iverson, Shaq. Like, there was already plenty of people. People were watching the NBA. It was a wildly popular international sport. So it was not all hanging on LeBron. Yeah, people were rooting for him to fail. That's just what they do with all athletes. All athletes get rooted to fail. But there's also a very big difference. For the LeBron James fans out there, when LeBron entered the league, they were not ridiculed. They were not meant to feel that they were wrong, that they were prejudiced, that they were engaging in discrimination. They let LeBron people be LeBron fans. They didn't call them out and say that they're bad people or that people only like LeBron because of X, Y, and Z. No, they said, yeah, people love LeBron because he's a great player. And they believe that he's going to be the GOAT one day. And you could challenge that. You could have discussions about it. But they weren't ripped in the media. There wasn't discussions about it. They weren't mentioning it at award ceremonies. Caitlin Clark has had to face adversity every single step of her career. Even her fans had to face adversity. There's a difference. There's layers to this. Caitlin Clark has had tremendous weight on her shoulders, and she did this. She had a better rookie year than LeBron James did. She just did. She had a better year than LeBron James did in the rookie year. It's different leagues, different basketball, different style, different ages, different everything. I get it. But he brought up LeBron, so we can discuss it. What Caitlin Clark has done and is doing, we've never seen before. We've never seen before. The amount of adversity and the hate that she has faced from the media, from fans, from online, combined with what the task that she needed to do in the WNBA to succeed in the way that she's succeeding, second to no one. Second to no one. Pretty remarkable, honestly. Pretty remarkable. And I'm excited to see it just keep on keeping on. I cannot wait. But those are just my thoughts. I would absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think? Do you think that Caitlin Clark is just going to keep on soaring? And what do you think about all that she has achieved this season so far and what she can maybe do in the playoffs or the seasons after? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I would absolutely love to see you a part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much, and see you next time.